Welcome. Hello. Welcome to the Conscious Collective. Our download today is, are you living in your heart? So, Emily.
Welcome, everyone. We're delighted to be here, and thank you for joining on another very special occasion of the Conscious Collective 444. Today, Lucy and I are opening a space for messages that speak to the collective, messages of hope, balance, and perspective in these rapidly changing times. We've set the intention that whatever wisdom comes through is shared for the highest good of all, and that every listener receives exactly what they need from it, whether it's a sense of peace, an opening of their heart, courage, or simple reassurance that they are not alone on their path. Take a breath with us now. Feel into your feet. Feel into the ground. And allow your awareness to soften. As the Council of Light begins to speak through Lucy, may their words remind us that the light we are seeking is already present in the heart of every one of us, and that listening together can help it shine a little brighter in this world. So it's already in our hearts.
So Emily and I have consciously dropped into our hearts today before recording this. We've spent quite a lot of time channeling in with the Galactic Council and dropping into our hearts. And this was one of the strongest message that the Council of Light would like to bring through for the collective today. And by collective, we really do want to identify and specify that our conscious collective are anybody who identify as light workers, anybody who is connected or feels connected in any way to the mission of raising the frequency of the planet at this time. Anyone who has that awareness, who feels like, yes,
They want to save Earth.
that we feel like we are a part of that. I feel like I'm a part of that.
No more war. They're ready to stop war. They just want peace. You're a light worker. You do good for other people. You're thinking of other people. You're an empath. Highly likely you're a light worker, however we term it. So don't get worried about that.
No.
That word.
No. And yeah, there's a journey to sort of identifying with that. But that's why we're here to speak about it more and more, just to raise awareness that, if you are feeling that conflict externally in the world and it feels uncomfortable, it feels distorted to you, it feels wrong, and you feel passionately about doing something to support the change that you can see the world needs, but you don't know how. You're a light worker. You want to bring light. You want to bring calm and peace to the chaos. And so, yes, the Galactic Council clearly wanted to sort of make a distinction there for you, or help people clarify if they have heard of the word Starseed Lightworker and they're just not sure what that really means. We're all on our journey of that. But they're saying that anybody who wants to support this mission, this Earth mission, the most important thing that is being needed within that collective is for us to be aware of being in our hearts more, and dropping out of the mind. And it's come up for us as well recently, which we sort of wouldn't have defined it that way until now, until the council sort of come through and make it really clear and give us that clarity. But when we stop and think about it, we've been discussing it for days, around other things.
At least 2 weeks. It's been very, very solidly a conversation we've been having. And just to maybe pause and say, coming from thinking of the heart, we can think from the mind, we're logical and we have to process things, remembering to take our keys when we leave the house. That's from the mind. you could also be living from your stomach, maybe anxiety, stress, all of that. You could be living from a lower chakra, which is more all about pleasure, or more kind of in a sexualized way. Or you could be living from your root chakra, where you're just very grounded. You're always out in nature. You're always connected to the plants. And so those are different distinctions. Or you could be very spiritual and you're almost otherworldly and not quite with this reality. And none are wrong. They're all experiments, or they're all expressions of energy in this physical form. But if you're feeling that roller coaster and it's all a little bit too much, then we want to talk about being in the heart frequency, how you can do that. And you're not alone.
And bringing it back to the heart. So we can see thank you for sharing that, Emily, when you can think that you're in other parts of the body and you're living from those parts of the body, how that can throw you off balance if you're living in that all the time.
Because people might not be conscious that they're actually living from different parts of their body and having these experiences from them.
Especially in the mind. So let's distinguish the mind, because this is where a lot of us exist and dwell and spend
and have been programmed to.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's just
don't
being
beat yourself
aware.
Up. It's just the way kind of society is.
It's just the way it is. But being a light worker and being on this conscious expansion path, it's really, again, like you said, Emily, it can be a ping pong between your third eye and your mind, And so you're sort of wanting to go on this conscious awareness path of the third eye, expanding the third eye, but then you've got the old, real strong programming of the mind, and you're sort of ping-ponging between the two. And it can really feel like you're very up here, hence a lot of us needing a lot of grounding at the moment, one of the reasons. So a lot of us feeling like we constantly need to be grounding, constantly drawn to nature so that we can be grounding. But what we're bypassing is, and a little tip and a tool that all of us light workers need to be aware of, is dropping into the heart, how that can serve us as light workers. It's such an amazing switch. It can just drop us out of that overthinking mind and taking on far too much information and expansion in the third eye. Dropping into the heart is like it's like a relief.
It can save us, I feel. I want to say it can save us. It can certainly save me in moments where I'm feeling overwhelmed.
Yeah,
it's not nice. It's not a nice feeling.
No, but
it is when you get here.
I think it's really common for light workers, because there's a lot of information out there.
Yeah,
would you agree? Yeah. We're in this age of information.
Too much sometimes, I think.
Yeah, especially you can be scrolling, you can be watching TV programs, you can be. I tell you what, a lot of people I've noticed recently, lots of people actually, are doing lots of courses and group work and trainings, and that is epic and amazing. But it takes a lot of integration from those, and a lot of people, again, they're just so excited and so keen to go on this exploring journey and awareness journey, but then we're mind and third eye all the time. And a lot of the courses, you do get taught about dropping into the heart, but this is just a beautiful, gentle reminder from our heart-led buddies from the Galactic Council, that softening into your heart is just such a beautiful place to come, a beautiful frequency to come to, and then move forward in that frequency. And they did say that there are so many beautiful guides who wish to support you in finding that place within your heart, because so many people might say, that's great that you're saying dropping into the heart. How do you do that? There's so many ways in which you can do that. And I feel like it's finding a way that's right for you. And so I was mentioning, or the spirit guides were mentioning, I know that the Pleiadians really drop me into my heart space. When I think of them, when I evoke them, I just instantly feel that heart attachment. It might be angels, an archangel, Shamuel, maybe even the violet flame archangels, Lady Portia, Saint Germain. They're very heart-led as well. But it could be anyone, any being. It might be Master Jesus. It could be any being that opens your heart chakra. It could be Mary, Mother Mary is very heart-led, softening. All of these beautiful beings will help you. When you connect with their frequency, they will help you connect to your heart. Sometimes as well, it could be connecting to your higher self. That connects and opens up your heart. It could be just placing your hands on your heart and setting that intention to open up your heart and draw your awareness into your heart. I know we've shown you the Gasu Reiki practice of just putting your hands on your heart and focusing on your middle fingers. What else do you do? I'd like to put it over to you, Em. What practices do you do? Do you find lead you to that heart connection?
Okay. Well, I think before my kind of spiritual world was awakening, and for others, I just want to say that this could be through music. As you kind of maybe become more aware, you'll be realizing that through the music, your guides are connecting through you. So it's not, it's just a way of opening up your heart. But we all have our favorite songs that get us high vibe, that get us wanting to dance or move, or happy, that just change us, really, really quickly. And it could be our fur babies too, right? Like, I've got a cat called Mitten, and she is really the softest cat in the whole world. And if she trusts you, it's taken a while. Her belly fluff is even softer than her main coat. And so just thinking of her soft, white, pure white belly fluff really starts to get my heart fluttering. Yeah. So don't feel that you have to be connecting to a being, perhaps, per se. It's a frequency. It is simply
it's
a
loved
frequency.
ones as well, isn't it? I
was
thinking of loved ones, your family, your children. But taking that moment, it's more about the awareness, right? The awareness of when you are not in that frequency. To say, okay, I'm not in that frequency. I'm in my mind, or I'm in fear, or I'm in whatever other chakras, frequencies that aren't feeling good to you. It's about knowing and having that awareness that, okay, dropping into my heart is going to help me. And so whatever your thing is, whether it's a loved one, walking out in nature, but we're talking about not grounding, we're talking about heart opening.
Really,
so that
here.
Emotion of love.
Really here.
So my dog, I have to say, she's just like, she keeps me in that frequency all the time. And I was walking with a friend the other day, and she was saying that she's going through some tough times, and when she goes for a walk with her dogs and she sees her dogs playing and being free and having fun, it just brings her into her heart, and it makes her feel better, because she's not of that level of awareness where she understands kind of what's happening when that's happening. She just knows she feels better. And I'm like, oh, that's her dropping out of her mind, as she's got a lot on her mind at the moment, into her heart, and it gives her instant relief.
Yeah,
and so it's just exposing that awareness that that is what's happening. So you can do that actively. You can go, oh, okay, and stop recognizing when you are overthinking, when you aren't feeling good. What can I do? What's my things, or what options do I have to drop me into my heart? Is it going for a walk with the dog, but actively coming into my heart, dropping my awareness?
Consciously walking with the dog, I guess it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And not letting this overplay. But I'd love for everyone just to take a moment. And you okay if I do this? Yeah.
What for? Sorry. Take a moment for what?
Yeah, take a moment and just think of something that you absolutely love, that gets your heart fluttering.
Can I do this at the same time?
Please do. Because it's really that feeling that I would love for you to experience, where, and you can copy what I'm doing if you like. You can kind of have your hand on the heart, and you can just start to circle. And for me, it's knowing this frequency has been really helpful in my body, so that I can embody this frequency, so that when I'm switched on enough and I'm spending more time in this frequency, I can move very quickly from up here down to here. But if I then go a day without being really strongly embodied in this frequency from my heart, and I guess for embodiment, for me, it's still only this much. So that's a lot more of my body that still needs to kind of catch up with this frequency. And I think it does when I'm probably doing some healing work, and when I'm, in my yoga practice, then it is certainly more embodied. But I would love for people just to, I'll be quiet for a moment, but think about what really warms your heart. What warms your heart? And just allow that warmth to just tune up a notch. Just turn it up. You're in complete control. Your eyes might be closed. And so I want you just to almost play with this warmth outside of your body. You can move your hands in any way, shape, or form. If you feel like any words, any light language wants to flow out of you, or any humming, or even your favorite tune, let it come. You can't get this wrong. And it's, so for me, these movements help. These movements help keep me in this frequency and help me come in.
Love it.
So you could, ask for energy to come down from above. And so that will bring a frequency and energy through my back, which gives me little tingles over my back. I can feel my heart chakra open up. And then I can bring in energies from the ground, from earth, and that comes up my back. And it really creates this kind of tunnel portal space in my heart. And now when I experience things, I have so much more compassion and understanding.
Yeah.
So if something would have normally, I see something messy or not left how I'd like it, I have an understanding, well, that person was probably on the phone when they did that, or was thinking about something else. Take 2 seconds to do that. Or then I can actually go into a mode of, now I'm going to program my life. Now I'm going to start playing with time. And now I'm going to start time bending, because I just love how easy it is to keep my house tidy. I love that I've got a tidy house. Now I can keep that frequency and for it to be really authentic now, even though I could list a million places in my house that aren't quite how I want them. But in just I think 10 days, maybe 11, 12 days, I've been doing this. All of a sudden, I've just had instant moments where I take a break and I just go into a drawer and just tidy it.
Amazing.
Or just tidy up a surface.
Just becoming easier and flowy for you.
And it didn't take any energy. And I got pleasure from doing it too. Not like this shouldn't be my responsibility. And like I don't even want to. My body and mind don't even want to go into that kind of pressurized situation. But I'm currently in a phase of learning the two extremes so that I can go to the other extreme, because I live with other people. I've got different jobs and different frequencies all around us, like we all do, right? Yeah. And then I get that contrast and I'm like, okay, I can see the difference there, and I want to get back into my heart. So even before this podcast, I was sitting in the car with Lucy and I said, I'm going to make a list on my phone and just know that those are all my tools, because we've got so many tools, don't we?
Yeah.
We've got our favorite, maybe meditation that helped us get to sleep for a while, and we've got our favorite tunes. We've got these little, our favorite tree that we like to go see, or our favorite friend that uplifts us, or our favorite coffee house. But when we're in panic mode, perhaps, or in our mind mode, overthinking, worry, overwhelm really. Just going back to that list and seeing, which one's going to tune my frequency, and just, soften into it. You don't have to go into that highest level. But I do hope this helps. And I'd love, Lucy would too, we'd love to hear what helps you get into your heart frequency and work from that space. And then have you been manifesting and playing with time when you're in this frequency? Because it's like it's malleable, like a piece of clay. And I'm amazed at how things change and drop it in. And I can't wait till we're all working from that frequency, because it's just where we're meant to be. That's what we've come here to do, I'm sure. Well, for a lot of us, at least.
Yeah, I think that's what the council was saying, is to just shed the light of awareness for everybody that is what is going to help, help us ascend into 5D as a collective, is if we all have this, start to begin to have this level of awareness of when we're not in the heart, and how much more, gosh, how powerful we are when we're in the heart. And Emily, thank you for sharing. You've touched on, not only does it make you feel better, but it makes you much more in control of your experience, of your reality. I mean, that's incredible. Just by having that awareness of when you're coming from your mind and overthinking and feeling overwhelmed, to dropping into your heart, where everything seems possible again. Coming back to that 0 point again.
Not overwhelming.
No, where you're like, okay, it gives you another viewpoint, doesn't it?
Another
A
different perspective. Yeah, which is far more gentle and loving and
Softer.
caring and compassionate.
Understanding. Yeah, it really is. I just wanted to mention, actually, another thing to add to the list of our tools, of our ways of opening that heart, is cacao. And we use it all the time in ceremony, but it's something you can drink daily, and something you can really incorporate into your daily routine. So as Emily was speaking, it's lovely to have these go-to lists in the middle of your day. And it's so important as well, because we can all get triggered and come across distortion at any point. But having a regular routine,
fear is
well, it can come along to show you, and it's a test, and we're all learning through all of these things. But to start your day with a practice where you're dropping into the heart is giving you a very big boost. So you're never starting on a back foot. So that's something that I've used so much on and off, and I have to say, just reincorporating it now, after having taught Reiki Level 2 at the weekend, it was a great reminder for me, and the ladies are going to go off and start incorporating this too, and replacing their morning coffee. One of them in particular, who's trying to cut out caffeine, it gets her really jittery. Doesn't have that effect on me. It makes me really chilled. It's different in different people's bodies, doesn't it? But for her, it makes her jittery. So she is starting her day now with cacao, and not only does it not give her the jitters, it will be opening her heart every morning. She'll be dropping into her heart every morning, and trust me, it has such a massive impact.
I'm going to borrow that one.
Oh my gosh, add it to this is what we want to share. Well, everybody, if you had a morning routine where you just consciously connect to your cacao that you're drinking and ask Mama Cacao to open your heart center to help boost that work that you're saying that you're doing by radiating your heart and opening your heart, it's like she knows how to really open. The frequency of cacao is a heart opening. So, we're not talking about ceremonial power and strength. We're talking about just a small amount. That's all you need to just gently soften into your heart space. And then you find you have a very different experience that day. You're starting off in the heart rather than in the mind. So that's always one to try. It's so funny. I've known about that for such a long time, so I just assume everyone knows, but we don't. You hear it through other people, don't you? So really, really do recommend doing that. Really do. And comment below if you want the details of an amazing brand. I know an amazing brand who create ceremonial grade cacao, but you can have it daily in a small amount, and it's just delicious. So tasty, and it's not too harsh or bitter. It's really it's just a lovely warm hot chocolate in the morning.
It is delicious.
So gorgeous. So if anybody is interested, you can pop in the comments below and we'll share the brand for you. So yes, that was really lovely.
I think we need to manifest a way to capture our biophotons in our auric field on film, capture those tiny little bits of light, because I can guarantee if I was pictures right now, you'd see it all kind of spiraling out of my heart center. It's just such a warm sensation. My brain does love the logic and science of it all, I think.
I think that's actually a really lovely thing to share as well, Em, for the reason that when you're doing those practices, it's nice to envisage it and envisage that energy, because the energy is there, you just can't see it. So when you're doing it, just imagine this beautiful glow of energy in your heart center, and imagine it expanding and expanding across your torso, like Emily said, out the back of your heart, expanding with each inhale, growing and expanding this heart energy, feeling your shoulders drop, and as it expands more and more. And then, as you were saying, Em, you feel like you're expanding it to a certain point, but you can extend that down through your legs, out into your auric field. Feel your body first, your mind, your whole body, and then expand it out into your aura. You could be doing that whilst you're drinking your cacao. What a beautiful morning practice. And you'll just be like, I've got this. This day is going to be easy.
It's so interesting because I'm intuiting that my guides are like, yeah, keep it in your heart center, Emily. Like you need to be focused on this for now. I need to spend. They're like, no, I need to integrate this now. Because before we got on, I was also talking about, I was like, Lucy, so when you play with energy and you do like that down your body, do you get little shimmies of energy moving? And she's like, no, what do you mean? And
I said yes.
Oh, you said yes.
Yes,
I'm so
when
sorry.
we do polarity.
When you do polarity. I'm sorry. Yeah, because the more and more when I get into my energy medicine yoga mode, and I just do this now, I just feel the whole wave ripple. So you feel that too. It's beautiful.
Yeah, if I did that. I don't do it because I don't do the yoga.
You should do that more.
You should do that more. Yes, when I'm doing energy work on people. So I feel it. I can feel the energy when I'm all the time.
When you're working with people.
And if I did it on myself. But do I do it to my legs? No. This is what I mean. I don't do energy medicine yoga. So I'm not sort of doing that.
Now maybe she will.
Maybe I will. I'd like that. But you were saying about seeing energy, and one of my ladies recently, she was saying how she sees little sparks around people.
That's beautiful.
I love that. And after spending the weekend with her, and she kept saying, oh, I see like a spark of this colour, I see a spark of that colour. It was so beautiful. And I went, I think it was because I was in her energy. We were in that sort of shared energy for 48 hours. It was a long time. Well, not apart from the sleeping part, but for 2 days we were in each other's energy. And I went home and I saw little flashes of energy. And I was like, that was so beautiful. And I'm sure lots of people watching
we're going to command
it.
that then more. We want that more. We want that.
It was really beautiful to see. But a lot of people see auric fields, don't they?
They do.
There's so many people with so many amazing gifts. We all have our own, don't we? Got our own little ways of seeing spirit or energy. Amazing. But I love that one, the little sparks of light. Really special. Lovely. Okay. Well.
Is there anything else that you would like to add?
No, I think that's fine. No, thank you. But it was just a reminder for everybody to be in the heart and have some practices and ways that are right for you to drop in there, because it's so important to have this awareness all the time. All the time. Every day.
And we're cheering you on.
Yeah. We're cheering you on, sending you lots of love.
So much love.
Care Bear beams.
Until next time, everyone, joyful blessings. Lots of love. Thanks for joining us today. Please remember to like and subscribe. If you want to work with us directly, see the show notes below. Thank you.